Hello everybody, welcome back for another War Thunder M60 battle, which turns out to be an M60 and M103 battle, as you probably might have figured out from the title. So, I've been having some crappy games lately with the M60, just getting, no matter what, I just get knocked out. I hit people with Heat FS shells in what should be a disabling or killing shot, and it doesn't do anything, and they turn around and blast me with APHE, and it's over. So, it's been getting frustrating. But, anyway, this battle went much better. So, of course, here's my squad mate, random puppy squad mate, I don't know who he is, blasting along in a 7.0 to 8.0 battle range with an M18. I mean, it's cool, like it worked out well for the Conquest battle here to get the capture early, and then, but what are you going to do after that against Soviet 7.0 to 8.0 vehicles? How are you going to hold up against them? Your gun is nowhere near powerful enough. You don't have the right kind of ammo, and you certainly aren't going to hold your own against any. Your armor isn't going to save you. Your speed might, but you get one broken track or one disabled gun and good night. Anyway, he does get up into the point pretty quickly. Not before I get there to join him, thankfully. So as I'm pulling into the cap up here, I just happen to look up towards the hill, because usually there are enemies that make it to the hill pretty quickly. Sure enough, there's a T-54 just parked up there, so I park over here behind here, and just a second later, my squad mate gets annihilated by a T-54, who I am able to turn around and ammo rack the crap out of. So pretty good start. And then finish off the capture. And then I assume he was talking to me about being blind here, but I mean, as you guys saw, I was looking off at the T-54 up north. Well, yeah, north. I didn't realize I had caps on. I wasn't looking at what I was typing. The T-54 gets knocked out, though, up there above, so I can push forward a little bit. So I decide I'm going to come over here and just kind of sit off just a little bit and defend the most likely avenues of approach here. Which, as it turns out, they were definitely the most likely avenues of approach, as you'll see here in a moment. Starting with number 1, ammo rack number 2. It's always nice when they drive right up and present you their ammo rack. Now this T-44, I thought he was going to kill me. So I hit him with machine guns just to let the team know where he was, just in case, but then I bounced whatever shot he hit, so ammo racked him as well in the same spot. Quick 3 kills and a capture. Pretty good start to a battle. Now I can hear a T-10 or something with a large gun, 122 mil gun just to my left there. And there's the Centurion Mark 10 off to my right, just knocked somebody out right in front of me, which turned out to be a ZSU-57, which I sorely would have liked to have killed. But I don't mind somebody else getting him too, because honestly, if somehow it didn't kill him, that's the most aggravating death to take, is when you don't kill a ZSU-57 with Heat FS, and then it turns around and pounds you to death with the little twin HVAP launchers it has. But things quiet down slightly here. You can see the the team rather, kind of pushing up in a more or less a straightish line, which is good. And then I noticed down across the river, down to the southeast there, an enemy, so I decided to mark him and make sure that our 3 guys there, including the light tank, know they've got an enemy right there in their midst.
I agree.
It slows down a little bit here for this part of the video, just a little, while I think the enemy is respawning all their initial wave of deaths that we visited upon them. So I'm basically just kind of switching my eyes back and forth between where I'm aiming the tank and then looking down at the minimap. Aim, minimap, etc. Back and forth a few times, just watching for something to develop. So I can see the medium rather, taking hits over here, but I'm pretty sure it was that T-44 that the Conqueror just killed. So back to just hanging out in my spot here. Now I see this other guy getting marked across the river here in a moment. Should be a heavy, there it is. Now it looks like he was destroyed. Looking at it now in the replay, I can see that he was destroyed. but he was getting marked over there. Okay, so there's a self-propelled gun over there as well, and I'm trying to spot him over here and see if I can get a shot across the river, but I don't end up seeing him. I'm not sure if he was behind those little market stalls here, but I wasn't about to shoot and knock them out and betray my position and leave myself open while I was reloading, so... Just hanging out in my spot here. Get a couple good hits on the the heavy tank that's coming over, which turns out to be an IS-2, you'll see in a moment. Now my buddy here in the Centurion Mark 10 just drives right past out in the open, right down sideways the road that I'm guarding, so okay. The road I'm guarding here, nobody's obviously coming, or somehow they missed, so I'm going to chance that nobody was coming, and I'm going to drive out and see what I can see. And lo and behold, it's the beautiful backside of a T-54. Thank you for the present. Hello! Goodbye! Simple kill number 4. And the Centurion Mark 10 drives by on that road, so I guess I'm good there too, so I'm going to turn around and head back this way. Laboriously as ever. Poor M60's engine. At least we have counter-rotating tracks. And then I see the Centurion Mark 10 lights up this IS-2, which was the heavy that I had hit with my artillery and other people were shooting, so he's well and truly knocked out. And right as I'm trying to decide which way to go, they start taking A from us, so easy enough to just loop around the block again. Head right back over to A. Take a peek over here, don't see anything, obviously, up to the side, up the hill there, or coming from their spawn. Now I can't see initially what is capping A, so as I don't know what or how many there are until I see him right here. I shoot the artillery off, and I can see what he is. And the M47 knocks him out, it's that T-44. No problem there. 2 of us converging on the point. And across the river, I can see an IS-3, making his ugly face known. And wipe him out as well. Nice shot right into everything. Unfortunately, right as I was doing that, I was more or less covered by the artillery dirt fire there. But a T-10 knocks out the M47 that was with me. I'm not sure where the T-10 is initially until he shoots right there and takes out the Curleon. Now I can see him. I get a good shot here that should be taking out what looks like his gunner. Duck back behind cover again quick. Jump out again to take another shot at him as he's backing away. And this shot, rather underwhelmingly, just seems to knock out his track and maybe damage his... Now I'm thinking he doesn't have the gun depression to shoot at me, but I was wrong, so I popped out way too early. I should have waited, called for help, waited for my artillery, something, but anyway, I chanced it. I got a little too eager and paid for it. So decide, okay, I've been dying to make an M60 and M103 battle because of this one picture that I have for them, which is the one I used for the thumbnail. So I've been dying for a long time to use that picture as a thumbnail, but I had to have a good battle that used both the M60 and the M103. So, hence the M103 spawn here. I know where that T-10 is. I don't want a chance shooting at this Tu-2 because I don't want to betray my position, and I don't know if that T-10 is now coming over to spawn camp because, well, let's face it, that's pretty obviously what most people do. Pretty regularly and pretty routinely. So I'm pulling up here, keeping an eye out for him, expecting him to come over the hill at any point here to be heading for our spawn. I hear the Jagdtiger firing behind me. So as I arrive at the position where the T-10 was, start scanning, shockingly, he's not exactly here. And they are capping A, so I'm searching down into A. Don't see anybody, obviously. Initially, our Tempest comes over and drops a bomb there, and while he doesn't kill anyone, he does a great job of highlighting 2 enemies down there and giving me an idea where they are. So while the bombs being severely nerfed may not be doing much, they definitely let you know where the enemies are, at least if you can see them. And scrub number 1 goes down to the M103 120mm Heat FS. Pop behind a building for a bit of a snack and a reload. And I thought our Tempest had lost to the TU2, but they killed each other, so at least the TU2 is gone. So that's good as well. Alright, they've captured the zone here, but I still am not entirely sure where this T-10 is. Even though that's the T-10 who's just been hit with the Jagdtiger. I didn't realize quite at first while I was playing the battle that was what had happened, but I did also see this T-44 driving up behind this building here as I was pulling forward, so wait on him to come out. Annihilate him with his ammo rack and fuel tank. And now I'm going to look and find where the heck this T-10 is, because I'm still not entirely sure he hasn't gone off to the left here up the hill and is maybe just camping higher up, especially if there were 2 other guys capping the point. So, coming over here to the last known location for the T-10, despite I'm pretty sure that he's the heavy that was hit by the Jagdtiger, I'm pretty sure. And I know the T-10 is still around somewhere. I'm just not 100% sure where he is. I haven't been killed from above now, so I'm pretty sure he's down in the town here somewhere. So I'm going to roll in on A and see if I can't determine where the T-10 is. I'm asking the Jagdtiger here if he sees him, but he never ends up answering me. And then he kills the Conqueror. I can see where the Conqueror is, and now I know right where the T-10 is. He's sitting in the same spot that I always like to sit in. And if you've watched my Conqueror or Centurion Mark III video, the battle that I had here, that's exactly where I did. I sat in the same spot. It's a great, great, great position for defending this point. I know where he is, and this annoys me because I come up, don't exactly get the drop on him, but I have enough time, and right as I'm clicking, he gets a shot off and kills me. Now, I don't know that my Heat FS wouldn't have failed on the fence right there that I had to shoot through, but I was definitely clicking the mouse. Sadly, apparently not fast enough. I was a little mad because I really wanted to kill him and really make this video great with the T-10, or the M103 getting 3 kills as well, after 5 with the M60, but it was not to be.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
So my plan with the T-92 was initially I was going to fire artillery on him to get cloud up his sight and let our other 2 guys up there roll in on him together. But from all the way back here at the spawn, my artillery spread was way too big and I couldn't count on it being useful.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
So my next thought was I will charge him in my fast little light tank here and hopefully get off a shot with my little Heat FS needles that this gun fires and either distract him, maybe disable his gun if I'm lucky, or hopefully distract him, he shoots me, and then the Jagdtiger's able to roll around, get into position, and blast him, plus our other tank who's up there as well. So that's what I was talking here. I'm going to charge him in the T-92, and then if he kills me or if I kill him, whatever, you guys roll around and we'll hit them all 3 at once. It's not what ends up happening, but it's okay. The end result works just fine. By the time I can get around the corner here, the Centurion's knocked him out, so T-10 dealt with, and now I don't have to die trying to kill the T-10. I can just roll in on the capture. So put a little harassment and interdiction artillery fire back there to stop anybody who might be coming up to try to recapture the point or stop us from capping it, and roll in on the cap. Cap goes pretty quick with 3 of us up here. Move into a defensive position watching here. Try to cover all the angles and corners in case anybody else rolls up here. We cap it pretty quickly, and we were able to hold off for once with a gigantic ticket lead. So I'm going to roll on over here and set a little ambush position with my T-92, and where I can also watch across the river. And then the battle ends. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we'll get the end result screen here. Not too bad of a battle. Not too bad vehicle research either. Boy, I wish I had had a 500% research boost here instead of just a 10%, because man, 40,000 research towards the Sheridan, that would have been timely. But I'll take all the research I can get, and 8,500 vehicle research is not terrible either. So, all right, guys, hope you enjoyed this battle. I look forward to bringing you many more successful high-tier tank battles, and hope I start getting a lot more of them soon. So, thank you guys for watching. Here's the score reports, and I'll see you guys next time.